for you. I've decided it's safe to leave my Election Day bunker, and I'm back for a new episode. How about that? I'm Roy Wood Jr., and in the news this week, Tom Cruise still looking spry in the new Mission Impossible trailer. On November 5th, voters delivered a clear message to Kamala Harris.
You're the wrong gender.
I know.
And Jimmy Carter gives a health update.
They're pulling the plug right now. They're about to turn us off right now.
On Amber's team tonight, he's an Emmy Award-winning commentator and host of the podcast The Right Time with Bomani Jones. And with everything going on right now in the world, I might just want to talk sports with him for the next 4 years. It's Bomani Jones. And joining Michael, he's a Tennessee congressman who loves jokes so much, Politico once called him the comedy king of the GOP. It's Tim Burchett. Now for the biggest stories of the week. Amber and Bomani, here's how it's gonna go. I'm gonna show you a clip referencing some news and stories from the past week. You have to tell me what's the story.
Okay, that's Trump. Okay. And then these are cabinets.
Yes.
There's Elon Musk.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. I'm very good at saying what I see. This is about Trump filling his cabinet with who shot John, to quote old black people.
Yes, the story is Trump cabinet picks for making America great again and again, possibly forever. Here's the question. How's the media characterizing Trump's unconventional cabinet selections?
They're saying, this fool is crazy, but this is what we expected. Shrug shoulders.
Here's a sampling of the responses from the media.
Boundary pushing and unconventional.
Downright provocative.
Seemingly out of left field.
Hair on fire, out of your mind, insane.
The New York Times reports that Elon Musk, or Uncle Elon, as some people call, I'm not calling him Uncle Elon. They're saying that Elon Musk is known at Mar-a-Lago and is putting his imprint on the Trump transition and has been far more hands-on than even his allies expected. Question to you all.
Yeah.
How's Uncle E helping out the incoming president?
Hey, look, let's be fair about this to Elon Musk, and we all find him to be a little bit kooky. But if it's him or Trump and one of them's got to make the decisions, Elon Musk taking control of everything sounds a whole lot better to me.
Oh, my God, help. Is this where we are?
Yes.
Everyone at once, try to wake up.
I'm just saying, Trump ain't built no rocket. Elon built a rocket.
Elon paid somebody to build a rocket.
Counterpoint. Elon paid them.
According to sources, the unelected billionaire has attended nearly every candidate interview meeting and has even sat in on calls with foreign leaders, including President Erdogan of Turkey and President Zelensky of Ukraine. And if you're wondering how those conversations went, CNN has obtained leaked audio.
Hello? What's that?
Wow, the young people have no idea why that's so funny.
Trump made one pick right out the gate that made people think he might be taking this seriously.
RFK Jr.
Donald Trump wants Marco Rubio to be Secretary of State. Yes, Marco Rubio, this Marco Rubio.
Marco Rubio, another corrupt, all talk, no action politician.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Where's the lie?
How do y'all think little Marco Rubio will do in the job?
I like Marco. He likes wars a little more than I do, but I think he's going to do just fine. And he'll step up for the job. No pun intended.
Well, let me ask you a question. What is he good at? Like, you would know better than me. What does he do well?
He understands China. He understands.
What'd that mean?
China is a world power economically that'd like to destroy us, and I think he understands that pretty well.
To be fair, that might be more than what Trump knows about China. So Trump picked Marco for state. Then Trump started trumping. He picked old dog killer Kristi Noem to head Department of Homeland Security.
That's who that is.
Yes.
Dog killer.
Then,
Come on, everybody's killed a dog. What's that? Come on.
yeah, I mean, sometimes.
We have no way to know if you're joking or not, sir.
What was the first pick that made it seem like Trump was really not serious at all?
We're sticking with RFK Jr. It's our only answer for the rest of the show.
It was nominating Fox and Friends host Pete Hegseth to be the Secretary of Defense, a position that oversees the military and its $900 billion budget. What credentials did this Fox and Friends employee have for the gig besides serving in the National Guard and being accused of sexual assault?
Oh, well, those were my two.
Trump reportedly picked Pete to run the Defense Department because he thinks he has the look. He also almost killed somebody on TV with an axe.
Pete and Clayton are facing off. They're testing their skills with the axe. Who's going to win this battle with the lumberjack?
So I'm guessing he wasn't a sniper when he served.
The dumbest person in that video is the drummer. You got hit with an axe and trying to walk it off. Lay your ass down and get your lawsuit money. Why? For the next pick, I'm going to play a clip of a Republican Senator, Markwayne Mullin, describing the nominee. You tell me, based on the clip, what job this nominee is up for.
This is a guy that the media didn't give a time of day to after he was accused of sleeping with an underage girl. And there's a reason why no one in the conference came and defended him, because we had all seen the videos he was showing on the House floor.
So, who is this underage sexing?
That's Matt Gaetz of Florida. I think it's District 1.
Oh, you know the street he live on and everything.
You got to keep an eye on those guys, buddy.
Yeah, we're talking about Trump's nominee for Attorney General, Matt Gaetz, seen here, looking like he's shocked to know that she's over 18. Gaetz for AG was easily the most shocking of Trump's cabinet picks so far.
Welcome to The Lead. I'm Jake Tapper, and let me begin the show by uttering some words that I never contemplated using together before, and those words are U.S. Attorney General Matt Gaetz.
Jake looked so strange trying to get them words out of his mouth. Question though, panel. Why did Trump pick Matt Gaetz to run the Justice Department?
He's your buddy. Why not?
Yeah, as a matter of fact. Yeah, he picked him because he's going to go after the Justice Department.
Did you see some of those videos that he was showing on the floor?
I've sat with Matt about every day, and he has never showed me any videos or anything that's inappropriate. And
So y'all not that cool.
So you think?
Honest
Do you think the Republican from Oklahoma is lying?
Well, Markwayne Mullin is best friends with the former speaker who Matt had and the few of us voted to kick out. So there's a history there.
It sounds like y'all got a high school over there.
You're promoting it. It's a junior high school, man. It's a junior high school.
Well, junior high school does sound right, actually.
I need a flow chart just to figure out who's on whose side.
Well, here's what Trump said he liked about Gaetz. Trump liked that Gaetz seemed like the only one who'd say, quote, yeah, I'll go over there and start cutting fucking heads. On Thursday, Trump fulfilled his campaign promise of nominating RFK Jr. as Secretary of Health and Human Services. Yes. But what are people saying? What are people saying about the possibility of having a Kennedy back in the government? Let's see. Amber.
RFK Jr.
What are people saying about RFK?
The comedian Lori Kilmartin had a great joke, and I hope I get it right. She said, now a Kennedy is trying to assassinate us.
Yes.
It's a great joke.
The New York Post called RFK Jr. nuts on a lot of fronts.
It's not like they're giving him a needle to poke in you. I mean, come on.
He's writing the laws of the people that hold the needles.
We write the laws. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, because y'all listen to him. So you write the laws based on what he's saying, no?
No.
So wait.
So then why hire a motherfucker who you ain't gonna listen to? I'm sorry, I'm the host. I'm the host.
You're the host.
I'm sorry, I'll be quiet.
Congressman?
That's my bad.
Why would you hire a motherfucker that you're not going to listen to?
It's going to give y'all 4 years of something to talk about.
Yeah, but that's...
If we alive to talk about it.
Yeah.
4 years of something to cough about.
But let's talk about his plan, because RFK hasn't been silent. He's been doing his media rounds. What is Professor Brainworm's plan to make America healthy again?
He's going to outlaw gummy bears. Yes.
RFK plans to wage a war on public health by promoting raw milk during a bird flu outbreak, discouraging people from vaccinating their kids, and banning fluoride from the water supply, and also this.
There's atrazine throughout our water supply. If you, in a lab, put atrazine in a tank full of frogs, it will chemically castrate and forcibly feminize every frog in there. If it's doing that to frogs, it could. There's a lot of other evidence that it's doing it to human beings as well.
Question for all the men in the room. If you drink tap water and your balls still work, please clap. Yeah, my balls work. I'm drinking the tap water. Your balls work, Congressman? Your balls work. Everybody's balls work.
No, Michael.
I've been drinking a lot of tap water, Amber.
Oh, no.
I know it seems like a diverse group, but all of Trump's cabinet picks do share one thing in common. What is the one thing they share in common?
That nobody else would hire them to do these jobs except for Donald Trump. Literally nobody.
We were looking for this.
That is loyalty to Donald Trump.
The president is rewarding loyalty.
Trump is putting loyalists to the MAGA agenda.
Congressman, you're a big Trump supporter. Are you hoping to get a call to go serve in the Trump administration?
No.
But you were nodding your head yes as you were saying no.
The story is Trump's outside of the cabinet picks for his incoming administration. I look forward to seeing all they fired asses on a future season of The Masked Singer or as paid contributors right here on CNN. Michael and Tim, I'm going to show you some clips. You all tell me what's the story.
All righty, here we go. Oh, there's a blue balloon and it's getting popped. There's Bomani looking very upset.
Whoa.
We got people leaving at Harris Walls, very disappointed. It's your fault, it's your fault, it's both of our faults. Democrats truly in disarray.
Yes. Can anybody tell me what James Carville said was the reason why the Democrats lost?
Fewer votes?
According to James Carville, it was Kamala's non-answer to this question on The View.
How would you be different than Biden? It's the one question that you exist to answer. That's the one that everybody wants to know the answer to. And you freeze. You literally freeze and say, well, I can't think of anything.
Ain't nobody tell them to do nothing about that thing that was on it.
That's all black people care about.
Yeah, right here, just like nobody loved you enough to, come handle that.
In the wake of Kamala's loss, what have a lot of pundits said that the left is missing?
I don't know, Roy.
Let's hear it.
They keep talking about they need to find their own Joe Rogan. We don't have the equivalent of Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson to move that man in a feminist direction.
They're desperate for their own Democrat version of Joe Rogan.
I feel like I could be...
You got all the credentials.
Listen to me.
You're white.
I'm white. I could do it. I could make Tim a feminist.
You gotta get muscles though. You gotta get...
Right?
That would lose me an election.
Oh,
right.
my God.
Yes. Supporting equality for women would lose him an election. That's what you just said.
Here's why I can't be no Joe Rogan. I ain't got 3 hours. These kids can't pay attention to nothing for 15 fucking minutes, but they can listen to Joe Rogan for 3 goddamn hours.
3 hours.
Does it though? And I think you could do that, liberal Ben Shapiro. Bernie Sanders said in a statement the day after the election, quote, "It shall come as no great surprise that a Democratic Party which has abandoned working class people would find that the working class has abandoned them." Question to the panel, has the Democratic Party abandoned the working class?
The answer starts with yes. The answer starts with yes.
The second they said Biden broke it, Trump will fix it to a bunch of poor people, that shit was on luck. I'm sorry. That was beautiful.
Tim, has the Democratic Party abandoned the working class?
Yeah. $600 more out of pocket a month for the average working family. up to 1,200 in some areas. It hurt the working family.
Understood.
Wait, I'm so sorry. I cannot let that stand. People don't have enough money, not because bread costs $12. People don't have enough money because the rich people aren't paying them what they're worth.
Not enough rich people.
So I'm sorry. Like, you can keep repeating economy. You're in the place that is too smart to fall for that bullshit.
We'll be right back. Fan Amber. Welcome back. It's time for Like Curious. The rules are simple. I give you 3 biographical details about a public figure, but only one is true. You have to guess which one is the truth and which are dirty, filthy lies. Let's get started. Time for 3 facts about Joe Rogan. Our facts are: he agreed to donate his brain to the University of Texas. Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance is his cousin. He said on his podcast that yogurt causes sterility.
Oh, man, number 3 can't be right because that seems too obviously true.
I mean, it's possible that he agreed to donate his brain to the University of Texas. What is not possible is that they agreed to accept it.
Joe Rogan is the first cousin once removed of Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance. Here they are side by side.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I know a lot of dudes named Gerard or similar names to Gerard, the occasional Gerald. Not one of them looks like that white man on the left.
This looks like Kingpin and the Penguin.
Rogan confirmed on his podcast that Gerard Way's Aunt Josie is his grandmother, with Rogan adding, "Yeah, I don't know him, but we're cousins," which is like the slogan for every Thanksgiving. Time for 3 facts about rock icon Bob Dylan. Our facts are: he starred in a Japanese ad campaign for PlayStation. He appeared on the episode of Pawn Stars. He sleeps in a hammock instead of a bed.
I am willing this into existence. He has to have starred in a Japanese ad campaign for PlayStation.
Totally plausible.
You have to have the footage, and we have to watch it.
I am also willing this into existence because I desperately want to see the Bob Dylan commercial.
I kind of wanted him to be on Pawn Stars.
No.
They bring in that guitar and they go, "Nah, this isn't a Bob Dylan guitar. Get out of here."
Tim is correct.
Wow. Literally.
He got points. You will respect his points.
Give me one, Roy. Give me one. Don't look at me.
It's gonna be on the internet forever. Give us the meme. Give us the meme.
Come on, Roy.
You're the host. You have to do it.
He tried to give him that antiseptic dab.
I can't do it, because if you know how to do it, then that's what they'll use on Black Twitter for the next 3 years.
You do not want to end up on a Tim Burchett campaign ad.
Roy Wood Jr. loves Tim. Then they'll AI my voice. I'm Roy Wood Jr. and I approve this message. Tim is correct. Bob Dylan appeared on a 2010 episode of Pawn Stars. Rick sends Chumley on a mission to the Las Vegas Strip to track down Bob Dylan for an autograph.
Hey, Mr. Dylan. How you doing?
Okay.
I was wondering if I could trouble you for a signature here. This will really mean a lot to my boss.
Okay. Well.
Thank you, Mr. Dylan.
Good luck to you.
Roy, if it's good enough for Bob Dylan, Roy.
This has been Like Curious. It's time now for Missing Words. Captains, I'm going to give your team some recent news headlines with keywords cut out, and you'll have to fill in the blank and give us the full story. Here's your first headline. Bear that attacked luxury car was actually blank.
Bear that attacked luxury car was actually Seth Rogen.
Bear that attacked luxury car was actually man in costume. 3 insurance claims involving a bear damaging luxury cars in California are now believed to be fraud after it was determined that the culprit was a man in a bear suit.
4 men are under arrest for insurance fraud after they used the video to place a claim. Detectives executed a search warrant at the home of one of the suspects and found the tattered bear suit complete with metal claws.
Of course it happened in California with those libs. Am I right, Congressman?
Thank you.
I was looking out for you. I knew you were doing like that.
That's why you got to get that car insurance that Ice-T and Vivica Fox be selling. Here's your next headline. TGI Fridays is worried it won't
make it to Friday.
TGI Fridays is worried it won't have enough cash if customers redeem $50 million in outstanding gift cards that do not expire.
Why would you tell anybody? Because now I'm going to look.
If anybody up here, if y'all need to go to Times Square right now to go to TGI Fridays to redeem your gift cards, go ahead. I won't be mad at you. USA Today, the official newspaper of TGI Fridays, reports that nearly 50 million in cards, some more than 20 years old, far surpasses the 5.9 million Fridays is borrowing for its bankruptcy restructuring. Red Lobster had to restructure. Now, TGI Fridays had to restructure. And let's just be clear, both of these happened under Biden.
Red Lobster say no more endless shrimp.
Yeah, they got a black dude running the company now. He said, hey,
and I have to say, you want to talk about turning on your own people. You gonna get rid of the endless shrimp? You? Hold on, what you know about the endless shrimp? You a fan?
Does Baptist Church got a bus? Absolutely.
See, that's...
Follow-up question. Last year, TGI Fridays tried to save their business by doing what?
Opening the rest of the week.
I got to give you the Steph on that one. That one's good. That gets a Steph. In hopes of connecting with the new... you're right, he did kind of turn on his people.
It was a great deal.
In hopes of connecting with the new audience, TGI Fridays thought that they'd make millions by adding sushi to the menu. Oh, yes. That is where you want sushi. From a dude in the back named Carl. I want my sushi from a dude with one of them sushi hats. That's how you know he went to sushi college.
I just want to know the person who had a presentation to do that Wednesday morning and couldn't come up with something, and then finally at 3 o'clock in the morning said, fuck it, man, I'm going to just say we're going to start selling sushi. And he went in there, and he said it, and he closed his eyes because he knew it was going to go bad, and then he looked up, and people were like...
So
sushi.
Yeah. So someone actually tried it and spoke on the record about it. Here's a review of the $1 Million Sushi from a woman who used a Fridays gift card to buy it.
So y'all, TGI Fridays has sushi. I decided to try their sushi. You see that? It was disgusting.
Here's your next headline. Don't blank for more than 10 minutes, doctors warn.
We all want to say fuck. No, we weren't all thinking fuck.
No.
I'm sorry.
Now, we don't want that to be true, but some people would like that to be an excuse.
Yeah, I'm a Republican. We don't do that.
We don't do sex. We just regulate the people who do. I'm sorry.
You're the host.
Don't sit on the toilet for more than 10 minutes, doctors warn. As Americans spend more time sitting on toilets scrolling their phones, doctors are advising people to spend no more than 5 to 10 minutes of gaming and scrolling social media because apparently prolonged periods of toilet time is unhealthy for the anorectal organs and the pelvic floor and increases the risk of rectal prolapse. I can tell you this much, I bet you if you eat some sushi from Fridays, your rectal will prolapse. While we're on the topic, let's play a quick round of celebrity toilet trivia. I'll show you a celebrity. You tell me their most recent toilet-related news story. First up, Kim Kardashian.
I didn't realize Kim Kardashian used the toilet.
The answer is Kim Kardashian's daughter gave her a diamond Skibidi toilet necklace for her birthday. If you don't know what a Skibidi toilet is, you probably don't have kids. Take a look at the latest YouTube sensation with the youth.
In the middle of the night, I'm turning the light on when I go to the bathroom.
Next up is Michael Bay. What's the latest toilet news about Michael Bay?
Oh my God, that's what Michael Bay looks like.
I had no idea. I had no clue.
Oh my God, he looks like Michael Bolton.
I'm going to guess the latest Michael Bay toilet news is that Michael Bay released another movie.
Michael Bay has signed on to develop the Skibbity Toilet movie. If you're worried that Michael Bay can't be trusted with IP, don't worry. Michael Bay is taking Skibbity Toilet very seriously.
Fuck it, I just became a Republican. If that's what they're doing in Hollywood, I'm a Republican now.
That's Missing Words. More after the break. Welcome back to Have I Got News for You. It's time now for Offendometer. We'll fire up the Offendometer, and teams have to tell us who's the offender, what they did, and who they offended. Let us begin with your first offender.
It's the Ariana Grande Wicked Barbie. It's her as Galinda from Wicked. Who could this have possibly offended? Do people think that it doesn't look enough like Ariana Grande?
I knew it right from looking at her. That's Ariana Grande.
But why are people offended by it?
They're offended because its actual size, the girl is small. It's a small child.
Mattel's Wicked dolls offended parents, kids, and fans of Wicked by printing the web address wicked.com on the back of every box, but it turns out they meant to print wickedmovie.com because wicked.com is a domain for a porn site. Freaky deaky. Also, if you want to go to a movie musical that's also a porn, don't go see Wicked. Go see Breast Side Story. Or Little Shop of Horrors. Shall I keep going?
Yeah, please do.
The Pound of Music. Oh, this is a good one. Peony Todd, the cream and barber of Skeet Skeet. Bonus question. Does anyone know how porn studio Wicked Pictures changed the course of American history in 2006?
Does it involve Kim Kardashian?
No, but you're Kardashian adjacent.
Oh, is it the Tommy Lee, Pamela Anderson tape?
No, but it's
I feel like if I keep
freaky
giving,
woman.
if I keep giving wrong answers that are close, people are going to draw a picture about what kind of person I am that I don't find to be like accurate.
In 2006, Wicked Pictures hosted the booth at Lake Tahoe Golf Tournament, where Donald Trump met Stormy Daniels, which led to their affair and later his conviction on 34 counts of falsifying business records to cover up hush money payments.
Talk about a meet cute. That is romantic.
Wait a minute. I thought you said he changed history. He didn't change a goddamn thing, man. he just won president. It didn't change nothing.
You right. You right about that one. All right, let's see our next offender. Who's this offender, panel?
I don't know who that is.
Here's a hint.
Oh, there's Jesse Waters.
Oh, that's his.
Is that his first wife? Is that his second wife?
I
know who that is. That's his mother, I bet.
Yes, that is correct. That is his mother. This is Dr. Ann Bailey Waters. It's a long-running bit that Jesse's mom is a liberal and he's a conservative, and he often reads texts from his mom on his show. But after the election, the bit got just a little bit less funny to Jesse. Take a look.
Yep, people are taking some space in the Waters household. I'll have you know that I was not invited to my mother's house for Thanksgiving. Apparently, there wasn't enough room. She said it was a scheduling situation.
Yes, there's no scheduling room for my son, the dickhead. I'm sorry. We're all booked up right now. Who is this offender?
What is that?
That, if I'm not mistaken, is the mascot for the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay, now who did Blue offend?
I think I've seen this. If I'm not mistaken, the mascot played a spirited game of football against some children.
Points. Old Blue recently offended fourth grade Pee Wee football players who were participating in a mascots versus kids match during halftime of a Colts game?
I loved every minute of that. I'd watch that for a half hour straight. You never know the mascot's actual mood because the face is painted with a big old smile. You don't know what it is, but he looked ready to rock.
That was the Fendometer. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's time for Meet in the Middle, where we find common ground between two people who would never be caught hanging out together. Okay.
That side of the table.
On one side, we have Demi Lovato, Bruce Springsteen, Laura Trump, and Glenn Powell. And on the other side, there's Blake Lively, Jimmy Carter, Fran Drescher, and Gordon Ramsay.
Okay.
Probed and prodded. Which two of these people claim they've been abducted by aliens?
Abducted?
Yes.
Demi Lovato, I know.
Please be Jimmy Carter.
Well, Jimmy
Please be
Carter
Jimmy
says
Carter.
he saw a UFO.
Jimmy Carter said he saw a
He did not claim to be
UFO.
abducted.
Saw ain't the same as getting kidnapped.
I agree. Fran Drescher, Demi Lovato, final answer.
Okay, over here.
It's got to be Demi Lovato and Cooking Man.
Demi Lovato and Fran Drescher both claim they've been abducted by aliens. Drescher claims she and her husband were separately abducted by aliens in junior high, and Demi Lovato has had several close encounters with the third kind, including this one.
These beings were just like, do you want to come back to our planet? And I'm like, hell yeah. I'm sucked out of my room and I'm floating over the planet. Then I woke up and that's all I remember.
Tim, how much credit do you give to Fran or Demi?
I'm an alien guy. I mean, I'm the guy that brought it up in Congress. I said to TMZ, I said, more people believe in aliens than believe in Congress.
You hosted or you were part of a congressional hearing this week on UAP or UFO. What was your big takeaway from it?
They're real. The vastness of God's great universe. I mean, you go out at night and look at those stars, and the light from those stars left there before the time of Christ. So there's more. And do you really think we're the best that God can do?
It depends on the electorate. Here's one of my favorite moments from those alien hearings that Tim was at. It's a bit of testimony from former Pentagon official Luis Elizondo.
Has the government conducted secret UAP crash retrieval programs, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, were they designed to identify and reverse engineer alien craft, yes or no?
Yes.
Boom. They real. I knew aliens was real because couldn't no human invent the Roomba. It's a circle, but your house got corners. How the Roomba... All right, next up we have precious parts. Which two of these people have insured their body parts?
Springsteen.
Yeah, that seems like...
I would if I were him. And Blake Lively.
Okay, Springsteen and Lively over here.
That was where I was going.
I thought the same thing.
Bruce Springsteen and Gordon Ramsay have both insured their body parts. Springsteen's vocal cords are covered for $6 million to protect his singing voice. And Chef Gordon Ramsay insured his tongue for $10 million to protect his livelihood of being able to taste food for a living. And also, he needs his tongue to do stuff like this.
Oh, fuck off you fat, useless sack of fucking Yankee doodle shite. Fuck off with you.
All right, quick game. I'm gonna name a celeb. You tell me what body part they had insured, all right? Let's do Nick Cannon. What body part did Nick Cannon insure?
I'm gonna say his voice. His voice.
I mean, how many kids does he have?
Yes.
12.
I'm going to say his voice.
Nick Cannon, father of 12, insured his testicles for $10 million.
His testicles cost him money.
He insured his testicles saying, quote, haters say it's time for me to stop having kids and put this super sperm to rest, but I'm doubling down on these valuable balls and my future kids. If you know the ball's worth $10 million, if I was one of Nick Cannon's kids, I'd kick him in the balls and collect the policy. All right, next let's do mid-chef. Which two of these people went to culinary school?
Glenn Powell. He just looks like a cook.
Laura Trump, that seemed like something.
That does seem right, doesn't it?
Should we say Blake Lively? Does that seem?
That's right.
Blake Lively and Laura Trump both went to culinary school. Points over here. Blake Lively took a workshop at Cordon Bleu, and Laura Trump studied at the French Culinary Institute in New York City to become a pastry chef. Before marrying into the anti-woke mob, Laura Trump even ran her own cake decorating business called Laura Leah Confections. Signature designs included this German dictionary cake, and her piece de resistance, this camouflage heart cake topped with a fondant AK-47 and a dead bird bleeding out onto the frosting, which she made for her future husband, Eric, on his 26th birthday.
Were there any cakes that say, I will not gay marry you?
I'll check her website. We're out of time, so we didn't get to Glenn Powell and Jimmy Carter, who were both snubbed by People magazine search for the sexiest man alive. More after the break. Welcome back. It's time now for Odd One Out teams. Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to show everybody 4 pictures. You'll have to guess which one sticks out like Kevin Hart at a silent retreat. All right, here's your group. We have Uma Thurman, Vladimir Putin, Willie Nelson, and Sarah Michelle Gellar. Who is the odd one out?
It does feel like it should be marijuana related.
He's more than just his smoking habits. He's a singer. He's an advocate.
He's an advocate for hemp.
I'm going with Willie.
Big Willie's the odd one out?
Yes.
Why?
Just look at the pictures, man. He's the only one that looks actually happy to be in the picture that he's in.
The odd one out is Uma Thurman. Putin, Willie, and Buffy have all earned black belts in different martial arts. Putin had a belt in judo, Sarah Michelle Gellar is in taekwondo, and Willie Nelson's is in Gunwon Yusul. Uma does not have a black belt, but she is ranked best in the world in patiently taking orders from Quentin Tarantino. Can anyone tell me here on the panel how they might learn judo the Vladimir Putin way?
You pay someone a lot of money and they're scared to death of you, and they come in and they tell you, hey, good job, here's a black belt.
Putin co-authored a book titled Judo, History, Theory, and Practice, and put out a DVD titled Learning Judo the Vladimir Putin Way. But in 2022, the International Judo Federation stripped Putin of his black belt title. Does anyone know why? Why did Putin, he had the black belts and they took him away from him?
They have a murder limit. He went over the limit.
Points. It was because Russia's military action against Ukraine. Putin actually lost his judo and taekwondo belts in the same month, with the governing body tweeting, quote, World Taekwondo strongly condemns the brutal attacks on innocent lives in Ukraine, which go against the World Taekwondo vision of peace is more precious than triumph, and the World Taekwondo values of respect and tolerance.
Wow.
Yes. Time for caption contest. I'll show you guys a picture. You guys throw out your best captions, and the one that makes me laugh the most wins points. First picture.
Who is that? I'm saying that's what Barron's thinking is, who is that?
Oh, that's the dude from Joe Rogan. Next picture.
Moodang, that's a lot of moodangs.
New menu item at TGI Fridays?
Not bad.
Thank you. I'm out of here.
You gotta give it up. You gotta give it up. It was funny, man.
Hey, man, you really are the king. Okay.
All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back. We're gonna play a game called Who Said It. I'll give you a quote, and you tell me if it came from someone who's in the news or from a character on The Sopranos. Here's the quote. I quite like doing laundry. I find it quite, relaxing. Was it Paulie Walnuts or Charlie XCX?
That's Charlie XCX. It's that gratuitous like.
But what if it's like,
I quite like doing laundry. I find it quite, relaxing.
Well, isn't she British? I quite like doing laundry, right?
This is a quote from Charlie XCX. Charlie Walnuts once told an interviewer that she has to do her own laundry on tour because, quote, I'm not Rihanna. Which is true, Charlie. You are not Rihanna. You actually release music from time to time. Here's your next quote. I'm a business guy. Successful business guys get things done. Who said it? Tony Soprano or Florida Senator Rick Scott?
It's interesting because Tony Soprano is a mobster who stole money from people. Rick Scott is a U.S. senator who stole money from Florida's Medicaid recipients. So it's hard to know exactly.
I'm going Tony Soprano on that one.
I'm going to go with Rick Scott just because you went with Tony Soprano. So just to have a little diversity on the
Well
panel.
played.
Points
You're a
over
pro.
here.
All right.
Rick Scott. Before his time in Senate, Rick Scott was the CEO of a for-profit hospital chain, which during his tenure committed, quote, the largest health care fraud case in U.S. history, defrauding Medicare, Medicaid, and the military's health care programs of hundreds of millions of dollars. We actually reached out to Rick Scott and asked him if all that healthcare CEOs are criminals. Here's his response.
It's a stereotype, and it's offensive.
I want to thank our guests tonight, Bomani Jones and Tim Burchett, and of course, our team captains, Amber Ruffin and Michael Ian Black. Before we sign off, here are a few more stories we're watching. Fire behind local men, no match for fire burning inside them. Turtle returns to his shell after ruining the world. Scientists create man who is somehow both Beavis and Butthead. I'm Roy Wood Jr., and I'll see you next week for another episode of Have I Got News for You?